Hi guys, welcome to City Students. My name is Ketan. Many of my students have requested to kind of make a video which is based on the current economic situation and how it can impact your MBA. So I'm going to kind of talk about this in three categories. So first of all, I'm going to talk about, rather I will be kind of touch base on everything, which is number one, which is going to be your students who are currently in their MBA and they have done with their first year of MBA. Second category is students who are going to be joining the B schools in this June or July. Third category, MBA aspirants, those who are preparing for CAT, SAT and all that exam. Now, from the latest news that we have from the IMF, which is International Monetary Fund, IMF has clearly said that we are heading for recession and it is going to be as bad as, or maybe worse than what we have seen in 2008 and 2009, which is the sub-prima crisis that happened in the USA. Right? Now, before I move ahead, let's understand the background, what's happening in the global economy now. So because of this entire pandemic of coronavirus, what's happening is that there is a direct impact on your GDP, for that matter for every country nowadays. Now, there are two sides. Now, when you term something called as recession, right, you have to look at it from the perspective of the GDP itself, because that's what the definition says. But again, I'm not going to be talking about definition out here. I will try my level best to explain this to you in a layman's language. Now there are two things that we need to consider. Number one is that there is one side in the country, for that matter in any country, which produces goods and services. There is another side, definitely called as the consumers. Those people will consume the goods and services. So you produce something, you consume something. That's how you exchange, and that's where there is a value that happens in the market. That's what is called as GDP. Now, if we do the prediction, how does the GDP look like? For that matter, not only for India as a country, but for the global economy. See, if you look at the growth rate of the global economy is around about 3.2%, 2.5%, I would say. Let's say 3.3%, right? Do we think that this will be the same? No, the answer is no. Why? Because nowadays, nothing is getting produced, nothing is getting consumed. Even if you look at the banking sectors, they are not able to lend anything because people have this negative perception and this negative feeling about the market that nothing is going to go up, everything is coming down. So even if I take loan from the bank, where should I put the money? Because anything that I'm going to put my money into, not going to give me good returns. So there is this negative market sentiment that is prevailing in the market. And trust me, for all the economic crisis, the biggest blow that can happen is because of the negative sentiments in the market. For that matter, you look at Indian stock markets. Is there anything wrong with Indian stock markets? To be very honest, no. I'm only talking from the financial perspective. India as a country, we have strong macro and micros. Okay, we are fundamentally good. We are amazing. But still, in the last 1 month, India has seen stock market going down 40%. That's crazy. Why it happened? Even after having great fundamentals, even after having companies doing phenomenally good, why it happened? It happened because of the negative market sentiments. People don't want to keep their money with any of the company. You look at the mutual funds, you look at stocks, people redeem their mutual funds. People are taking money out of the stocks. Stocks, those who are available at round about, like, look at MRF, the stocks like MRF, Asian Paints, ITC, Reliance, they are available at what, 20-30%. If they were 100, now they're trading at what, 20-30 bucks. Not exactly 20-30 bucks, just 20-30% of the valuation. Fine. So this is actually because of the market sentiment. So that's number one. Number two, you don't see many kind of production happening sooner, and because of which there will be recession. Okay. Now, what happens in this? For the guys who are there in their MBA right now, you guys will be heading for your final placement next year. Now understand this. You guys might get a little bit of hit out of these things. I'm going to explain that to you. Now, if you look at global economy, and if you look at Indian economy, we're doing fabulous. I understand the growth rate, the GDP growth rate wasn't that great, and there were negative, vibes about the GDP growth rate. And we were hoping that GDP will boost up in the coming quarters as far as India is concerned. But I guess because of this coronavirus thing, it's going to go down. We all know that, right? That's a basic logic. Now, what happens here is that even if you look at Indian companies, you will be able to do very well. There is no problem. But there is something called as, there are two things by the way. Now this is how you will also need to analyze the situation. Number one is the crisis situation. We are in the middle of the crisis, that situation. And then which is called as a coronavirus effect, I can say that. And then there is something is called as the after impact of coronavirus. The after impact of coronavirus, what does that mean? It means that for the fact now companies are not able to make money, for the fact now people are not investing, you will see in the quarter by quarter results of companies, they will start showing the losses. And when the companies start showing the losses, people will be panicking more, getting too much. So this is going to be a chain. So what happens by the time you are heading for your final placement, this after coronavirus impact might trouble you a little bit. And there is a proverb in Hindi called as Bahti Ganga mein haath dho lena. I have seen 2008 crisis closely. I still remember 2009 I was in NY. I was working on Wall Street. I have seen companies going berserk. I have seen investors going berserk, close by. So what happens is, even though your company is strong and they can offer you a good package, they will not do so. Why they won't do so? Because they just want to be with the flow. And that's the reason in 2008 and 9 and 10 also, we have seen even the good colleges discounting their packages. It means if there is a profile called as XYZ, rather than paying 10 lakhs to it, they'll kind of try to do negotiation with the placement committee and they'll say that, you know what, we're going to take it at 6 lakhs. And now it's the duty of the college, because you all kind of will be a liability of the college and college doesn't really want that. So they try to push it, right? Because, and we also eventually will accept that, the markets are not good. We cannot really expect 10 and 11 or 12 lakh, whatever. Right? So let's take a package which is lesser than by 2 or 3 lakhs. Fine. This is what happened. This has happened earlier also in 2008-9 crisis. So this is something that we can think of कि हाँ थोड़ा बहुत package पे compromise करना पड़ेगा. But there is a good thing also, and the good thing is that whenever this kind of situation happens, now for the fact even the companies know that we're getting the brightest mind or the pretty good talent at a lesser kind of a cost, because it's a cost for a company, it's a C2C. They tend to give good profiles. That's number one. Number two, not many people from your batch will be ready to accept less amount of packages or rather less salary. Then if there is somebody who really wants to get a good profile, kickstart career with whatever like salary which is like cut by the company, such kind of students will have a good opportunities to actually get into the job. So that's number one. When you talk about number two, people who are actually getting into MBA now, you guys will have a little bit hiccups, because even when you talk about economy getting recovered, because people are saying that this virus can take the vaccination and everything will take a little bit more time. So again, too early to comment on that front. But again, this after impact can give you a little bit of it. Summers में problem आएगी, final आपकी अच्छी होगी, no doubt about that. So guys who are joining right now, if you are joining Premium B School, your life is sorted. If you are not in a Premium B School, you might have to struggle a little bit with your final placements. And those who are preparing right now for CAT, ZAT, all that sort of exam, you guys will be done with your MBA in the year 2022, I guess. So yeah, this is 2020, 21 में आप लोग join करोगे, तो 2022 में, right? Definitely. So your time is going to be bright, because by then the market will be up, the economies will be up, everything is going to be business as usual, and then you guys will have bright placement. And this is what exactly happens. Even if you look at the past trend, it takes 1.5 to 2 years for economies to kind of come the ladder up. Again, ऐसा नहीं होता कि यार मतलब मान लो things are very good and everything will start at a one shot. ऐसा भी नहीं होता. Why? Because even though things are getting good, we know that things are good. Everybody knows that things are good, but companies will not be aggressive. They'll go step by step. They'll take baby steps, right? Let's just say, when we know that, the coronavirus is no more there and everything is good and, everything is fine, everybody will not come out of their house and start working, right? There are certain people, they will take baby steps. Slowly, steadily they'll start, right? In the same way, the corporates will do that. They'll not go aggressively. Slowly, steadily, they'll take steps. And that slowly, steadily thing will take around about 1.5 to 2 years, right? So this is what I see. Again, I might be wrong, I don't know, this is just my personal opinion. Again, it's a disclaimer, it's my personal opinion. Looking at the macros and the micros, I am giving you the idea and looking at the global situation. So yeah, this is my final take. So don't worry, if you are in a good B school, you are safe. If you have a good profile, you are safe. And trust me, at the end of the day, you will always have the opportunity, because in India, the way the economy is growing, or the way we are kind of preparing economy to grow, because there's nothing wrong with India, to be very honest. It's just the panic thing that's happening because of the disease and the pandemic, right? The fundamentals of every company is damn strong. The businesses are good. So yeah, you might be one who will get great package. So guys, don't worry about all these things. Just make it a point that you work hard, you keep your profile intact, and you're sorted. Okay. So guys, that's it from my side, and thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.